Hello and welcome back to another week of Sambo iRacing. We're back in the Lamborghini Hurican GT3 Evo at Misano World Circuit Grand Prix edition for yet another track guide. If you are new to my channel, we do a hot lap and then I break it all down in slightly more detail. This is using the fixed setup and it is relatively low on fuel, but it does have very warm tyres as well, so do take that into account when you're comparing your own lap times. Any questions, let me know in the comments and let's start the hot lap. Right, let's start the hot lap. Smashing it down the main straight. Looking for just before the 50, braking hard, dropping it down to third at the apex, back on the gas. Might dab on the brakes again. And we're just going to do a lift here through turn 3, back on the gas, hanging on for dear life. You do need warm tyres for that. Braking hard and dropping it down to first gear, just feathering the throttle, getting out wide to come through turn 6, little lift in third gear. Exit nice and wide. And we're trying to stay out wide for our entry into turn 8. Just at the 100, going to brake hard, drop it all the way down to second gear. Feed the power back on. Back up to the outside here for turn 9. And then braking hard, holding it, long trail off into turn 10, down to first gear. We're going to be flat out through the next 2 corners, but just after turn 12, we're going to be braking. So that's 11 done. And we're flat through 12. And we go to the outside, braking up to about 60, put it down to 4th gear, back on the gas now, braking hard all the way down to first, quick trail off, cut the corner, smoothly back on with the power, to the outside of the corner, into third, big lift, back on the gas, don't off track there, so easily done. Now we're going to brake hard, trail it off. I missed the apex by a mile. I exited wide though and got on the gas early enough to save the lap. And over and across the line in a 133.596. Right, let's do the breakdown. Okay, breakdown. So first braking marker, we're going to run through the 100, which is this white line right in front of us. And we're going to brake midway between that and the 50-meter board. We brake up to about 75%. Going to trail it off, dropping it down to third gear. And at the apex, we get back on the gas, as you can see here. We want to stay relatively wide. And then as soon as our wheel is straight, we're back on the brakes up to about 45-50%. Again, wanting to really cut this corner, getting back on the gas in third gear. We get up to 100% as we unwind that wheel, and now we're just going to do a lift, and look how much I'm cutting the corner. So the right edge of my right tires almost on the grass, left edge of my left tires is on the white and red rumble strip. This is where you need to be taking it. If you're just on the asphalt here, you're going to be so much slower than everyone else. Back on the gas. Then we're going to be braking, you see the 100 line that I'm just driving over now. As we drive over that, going to brake up to about 75%. Again, wipe all that speed off, trail it into the apex, down to first gear, and again, really cutting the corner. And now we're just feathering the throttle between sort of 20 and 60% just to get it turned in. So we're wanting to cut the second apex as well, which really opens us up here into turn 6. So we're going to go up through second, and we're going to short shift to third gear. And then we're going to do a big lift to get through turn 6 and then back on the gas again. If you go too early, you will end up further out to the right than I am, and there is an off track there. Up through the gears. And it's, I think, midway between the 100, which is this white line that we're coming up to now. Oh, it's actually just before the 100, we're braking for turn 8. Braking up to about 85%, wipe all that speed off, nice and wide. Now we trail it off as we really turn in. Got to have quite a lot of steering lock. As you can see, I'm there at, what, 120, 140, something like that. And I'm already back on the gas in second gear, and I'm just holding it there until I unwound that steering, and now I'm back up to 100%. So we're going to feel like we're taking turn 9, which is this little kink here, flat. But basically, as we approach where the apex would be coming out, we get on the brakes up to about 70%, hold it, hold it, hold it. We start turning off, or sorry, turning in as we trail off. We drop it all the way down to first gear, and as soon as we do that, we're back up to sort of 3/4 pressure on the gas pedal. As soon as I unwind the wheel, I'm back up to full gas and straight up to second gear. As we have this long straight ahead of us. A beautiful sunrise. So we're flat through turn 11. And we're also flat through turn 12. But basically, as soon as we pass where the apex is, we're wanting to get on the brakes up to about 60%. We trail that off, dropping it down to fourth gear. At the next apex here of turn 13, we start getting back on the gas. Up to 100%, but basically at this 50-meter line, which is the white line in the green up ahead or just before then, we're braking hard up to about 70%, dropping it all the way down to first gear quite quickly, trail off the brakes down to the apex, and then we're just waiting to start turning the corner and getting back on the gas. And again, as soon as we unwind that wheel and your left hand comes down, that's when we can get up to 100%. I'll show you. There it is. Back over to the right hand side, we go up to second, we short shift up to third again, and now we're going to do a big lift to get through turn 15, get on the gas nice and early, exit nice and wide. Again, you don't want to be too further over to the right than I am, there is an off track there. And then just before the 50-meter board on the right hand side, we're going to start braking for the final corner, braking up to about 70-75%. Now, I was a little bit late on my turn in, so as you can see, I missed the apex there by 1.5 meters or so. However, I did manage to get on the gas relatively early, and I did exit nice and wide. I just missed the off track again, so it maybe cost me half a tenth in that final corner. However, this was my fastest lap, so I'm happy to post it. So 133, 1 minute 33.596 is the time. Even if you don't have any questions, just say hi in the comments. Let the algorithm know you watched. I've been Sambo iRacing. I'll see you guys again soon.